Fasting is an important but a difficult Christian discipline. I remember the first time that I fasted many years ago. I was just a young person, a young adult, when the pastor of the church that I was attending a part of asked some of us to join with him in fasting prayer for someone who was sick. It was just a one-day fast. But I can remember about halfway through that day, I didn't know whether I would be able to endure it. I had severe headache. And in fact, after that fast was finished, I wondered if I would ever be able to fast again. Preparing for a fast is vitally important. Number one, you need to decide, why are you fasting? Are you fasting because God has spoken to you, has given you clear direction as an individual to fast? Are you fasting, as I did that first fast, because spiritual leadership are calling you and other members of your congregation to fasting? Why are you fasting? Secondly, you need to decide what type of fast you're going to engage in. Number one, you could possibly do what some call a divine fast or an absolute fast. That is a fast when someone does without any fluids or without any food. I don't normally recommend that, certainly not for any length of time. The second fast is what's often called a normal fast. It's a full fast without any food, but constantly drinking, making sure that you're properly hydrated. The third and the final fast, of course, is a partial fast, where perhaps you'll fast one meal or certain types of food that you would fast. That's a partial fast. So the first thing, why are you fasting? Because God's spoken to you, or because spiritual leadership have called you to it? What type of fast you're going to engage in? If you're going to be conducting a normal fast for more than 1 or 2 days, that is, you're going to do without food for several days in a row, it's important that you prepare for that. You need to prepare spiritually through prayer, through reading God's word. Just prepare your heart spiritually. Prepare emotionally for it, because emotional or eating is part of our emotional behavior, our social behavior, surely. And thirdly, you need to prepare yourself physically. If you're going to be fasting for more than a day or two, I suggest that you cut way back on your use of sugar and perhaps even your use of caffeine before you embark on the fast. Then during the days of fasting and prayer, I encourage you to make sure that while you're fasting, you pray. As I tell my congregation, if you're fasting without prayer, all you're doing is starving yourself. You really need to devote yourself to prayer during your fast. Sometimes it's good to get away, to go somewhere where you can be alone in the presence of God and seek Him, as Jesus did in the wilderness. Get alone and spend time in the presence of God. Other times that may not be possible, but if you're fasting during breakfast, lunch, evening, dinner times, throughout the day, find opportunity to spend time in prayer. The final word of encouragement to you is this: when you fast, don't do so to impress others or for others' applause. Fast because you want to get close to Jesus, because you need to surrender to Him, and fast in a spirit of humility, humbling yourself before God. And if you'll do that, I believe that you'll find that fasting can be a rewarding, blessed experience for you, for your church, for your family. God bless you.